Kim Kardashian opens up about ex-husband Kanye West's claims that she faked the 2016 Paris robbery. Kim Kardashian, reality TV queen, business mogul, and the woman who practically invented contouring, is now speaking candidly about her ex-husband Kanye West's accusation that she faked the traumatic robbery that took place in Paris. Keep watching because what Kim reveals, what Kanye claims, and what the world thinks will take you on a roller coaster of emotions, disbelief, and surprisingly, some personal life lessons. Let's dive in. In 2016, Kim Kardashian was held at gunpoint, tied up, and robbed of millions worth of jewelry. No cameras, no security, no Kanye, just pure, chilling terror. She later described the moment as one where she genuinely believed she wouldn't survive. And here's the part many people forget. For months after the incident, Kim barely spoke, avoided public appearances, and suffered intense anxiety. It wasn't a headline. It was trauma. So when Kanye recently resurfaced claims that she faked the robbery for publicity, yes, publicity, it hit a nerve deeper than Hollywood gossip. Once upon a time, Kim and Kanye were the definition of a power couple: red carpets, flawless photo ops, matching fashion moments, and the energy of two unstoppable forces. But marriages don't unravel overnight. They fray at the edges, quietly, then suddenly. Kim has subtly hinted that Kanye's unpredictable behavior during their marriage was one of the hardest challenges of her life. From public rants to political runs to abrupt claims on social media, she often found herself trying to protect their children from situations she barely had control over. Now, it seems the emotional residue of those moments is resurfacing. When Kanye claimed she orchestrated the Paris robbery, Kim didn't just hear an accusation. She heard a painful echo of years spent navigating chaos. In her recent revelations, Kim didn't call out Kanye with drama or insults. Instead, she shared how deeply the robbery affected her, why the accusation reopens old wounds, and how exhausting it is to constantly defend her truth to someone who once supported her. The kind of honesty that comes from being tired of pretending everything is fine. She stated that the robbery was one of the most terrifying moments of her life, and to imply she staged it is not only hurtful but dismissive of the trauma she endured. You may not have millions in jewelry. You may not have paparazzi outside your door. You may not even have an ex who posts controversial statements to a global audience. But you probably know what it feels like when someone questions your truth. Kim's message resonates because she's not just defending a headline, she's defending her reality. When Kanye makes accusations, they aren't whispered in private. They're launched across social media like fireworks, loud, bright, and impossible to ignore. Kim shared that revisiting the robbery feels like reopening a wound that had barely healed, especially because it involved her fear, vulnerability, and sense of safety. Kim's approach can be summed up in one unexpected word: boundaries. She's learning to set them.
She's learning to stand by them.
And she's learning that sometimes the most powerful statement is a calm one. Kim emphasized that her priority remains her children and their emotional safety. Co-parenting with someone who is unpredictable can be draining, but she's determined to keep things as stable as possible. However, the growing divide between her truth and Kanye's claims hints at a difficult road ahead. Will they find a peaceful middle ground? Will Kanye continue making public allegations? Will Kim speak out more or retreat further into privacy? These are the questions everyone is asking, and the uncertainty is what keeps this story unfolding like a slow-burn drama. Kim opening up about Kanye's faked robbery accusation is more than a clapback. It's a reminder that trauma isn't a storyline. Healing isn't linear. Boundaries matter. And your truth is worth protecting. Sometimes the people who once knew you the most can still misunderstand you the most. Do you think Kim handled this the right way? Why do you think Kanye keeps returning to this topic? And have you ever had your truth questioned by someone you cared about? Drop your thoughts, reactions, and opinions. I'd love to hear where you stand on this. If this article resonated with you, share it, comment on it, or start a conversation. You never know who might need to hear a story about strength, boundaries, and reclaiming your truth.